Hi guys, it's me, TONIK TZW. I wanted to put this video together for many of the newer players out there who it might be the first time that they have seen early access come along in this game. And there seems to be a lot of people out there that are throwing money at getting hold of something that they can literally get for free if they have a little bit of patience of them. But I also wanted to look at the cost of the legendary tier Dutch cruiser in this game. And literally the only way you are going to get that one is to drop a fair chunk of change. So I'm going to try and explain things to you as we go along. We're going to be going through a few screens here, but what I first wanted to start with was to show you the early access line. Now, everybody can get hold of the Tier 1 and Tier 2 ships here for absolutely free, but you'll notice that the remainder of the ships have a little icon beside them which denotes that they are early access ships. Now, these ships are available through one of two ways. The first way is through free early access Dutch cruiser crates, which are available through the calendar, through the campaign, and then there's two which you can pay for. One which is 400,000 credits, and another one which is 250 doubloons, and they're available in the stores. That will give you a total of 21 early access Dutch cruiser crates throughout this campaign. And I believe most of those are available within, I think, the first 3 weeks, certainly before the end of the fourth week. They will all basically drop into your account and you will have a chance at getting one of these ships. So what early access is, it's basically introducing a new line of ships into the game. Um, this month we have the Dutch cruisers. It's a new nation, it's a new type of cruiser, it's a new way of playing, and there's going to be all kinds of people screaming about these ones. But an example of a past um, early access, we could go for the German battleship lines here, where we started off with basically the battleship line, and then we got a secondary line which was more along the battle cruisers line, which had a stronger focus on secondaries rather than main guns. So, how do you get early access ships? So, as I said before, if we go into the campaign first of all, and we look at the campaign rewards, I've already made quite a bit of progress on the campaign there through week one. But you will see here that there are early access Dutch cruiser crates as part of those rewards. Now, if you don't pay for Admiralty backing, there are only 4 of these available to you. Whereas if you pay for Admiralty backing, which will cost you 2,500 doubloons, but you will get the legendary British destroyer. No, not the British destroyer. I've got what nation it is now. You will get the legendary destroyer Vampire 2, not to be confused with the Tier 2 Vampire, as I did see somebody getting confused on Facebook the other day. So with the Admiralty back in, as I said, you will get 10 crates through this. So if we drop back to the main screen, we also have the calendar event, which you can see there on the bottom of the screen. So we'll press square to go in and view that. Now, this event will give us the new Dutch Cruiser Commander. If you complete all 21 days of it, you'll see above our commander's head, it said free unlocks 3. That means that you can, or if you miss 3 days, you can unlock them for free. And I think the price for unlocking any additional days may have been reduced to 150 doubloons, but don't quote me on that. It used to be 250, but I think they might have changed it. So if you look for each day that you complete the tasks that are there are 3 tasks, you will receive rewards. And in these rewards, in fact, there we go, day 5 as well, there is an early access Dutch Cruiser crate there on the bottom. But what I also want you to take note of is each day, and here at the end of week 1, you get an event currency called guldens, or to try and pronounce it in my best Dutch, holder. Dutch guilders, basically, the currency that they used to have before euros. And to be frank, it was much nicer looking than euros. Dutch money was absolutely beautiful. I know because I lived there for a few years. So there we've got early access crates in the rewards. And at the end of week 3, you'll see we also drop 3 there. I may have miscounted that actually. We may actually get 12 from the calendar because I may have counted that as 1 earlier. But needless to say, there are more than 20 crates available as part of the campaign or the calendar rewards. Each one gives you a chance at a ship. It's not guaranteed. There is no guaranteed drop chance on those. It is a matter of rolling the dice and seeing what you get. I haven't had any yet. But the other way you can get hold of these ships that involves spending money. And what I'm going to say right now is this is potentially very, very expensive. And you could be looking, if you want to go this way and you have the money to throw at it, you could be spending easily on the £100 mark. Literally, if you spend anything less than that, it's going to be a pound or two under, and that's it. At the most part, you're probably looking at 115 to 120 pounds. And let me just tell you now, it's not worth it. It is absolutely not worth it. So literally take your wallet out your pocket. Yep. Throw it across to the other side of the living room in a dark corner where you can't see it, and you're not going to be tempted to pick it up while you watch the remainder of this video. Cut your credit cards in half even. Give them to the wife. Send her out for a new pair of shoes. Just leave your wallet alone. Here we have what is literally a one-armed bandit for World of Warships Legends. The only difference is it tells you what prize you're going to win for spending your money. Now you'll see that I've actually already spent and bought one of these. The reason being is that I got very lucky and the Dutch premium cruiser, the Seven Provinces, was in the first slot. I already have that ship. My compensation for already having that ship was getting my 750 doubloons back. But I also got a couple of little extras on it. So I got something for literally nothing because I got my doubloons back. Now, if we have a look at the price of all sets here, you will see, add my 750 doubloons onto that, it would cost you 60,000 doubloons. Now, you are going to get back a few thousand doubloons with all these little missions here, but trust me, you are going to make nowhere near 60,000 doubloons. You'd probably make about 2.5 grand, if that, if these rewards do include doubloons, which they often do. I really think it's bad that Wargaming don't tell us what the rewards are on these personal missions, but there's also a load of other items that you will get with it. Booster flags, not worth it. Credits, you can grind them. Global XP, not enough of it. Commander XP, not enough of it. Um, yeah, those are probably the only valuable thing in here, but you will get a huge stack of guldens. I'm just going to pronounce it guldens, and sorry to the Dutch people out there, but I'll get a very sore throat if I keep saying gulden. Um, you will, however, get every early access ship from tier 3 to tier 8. So you're going to be spending 60,000 doubloons is probably in the region of, I'm going to say, around 140 pounds to 150 pounds. That's British pounds sterling, with either, rest her soul, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's head on it, or Bonnie Prince Charlie III's head on it. That's 150 quid, spondulix, smackers, moolah, whatever you want to call it. It's 150 of them. That's a lot of money. I can't remember the last thing I paid £150 for. I've got really nice watches that cost me less than £150. It is a roll. It is a gamble. What you've got to remember before you put any money into that is that every single one of these ships at the end of this update will become available for free, apart from the fact you're going to have to pay in-game currency, the credits for it, silver credits. Now, those credits are absolutely free. You get them just by playing well and investing time in the game. The only difference between buying them out right now and waiting for the end of early access is if you have one of the ships, you can grind the XP up to the next level, but you can't unlock and play the next ship until the end of early access, which will be at the start of the next update. So it doesn't matter if you take the tier 2 Java out and you grind all the way up to the tier 3 De Ruyter. You can't play that ship, not for another month. Simple as that. Same goes if you get yourself, what have we got here? I've got to pronounce this one for you. For all you people that don't know how to pronounce things in other languages, it is Kike Down, which Kike is looking, down is June, so it says to me, look June. June as in sand dune, not June the month. So there you go. So if we had the tier 5, we could grind that all the way up to the tier 6, but we can't unlock the tier 6 until early access ends. But then we can buy it straight out and start our grind to 7. Now, if you remember, we had a look at the update currency, which is the Guldens. And if we go into store and have a look, there are some things which you can buy for that. So let's go into it and try and find it. Here we go. I was already there, basically, wasn't I? So there are some things that you can buy with that currency for this update. But the thing that most people are going to be interested in is potentially going after the legendary tier cruiser called the Gouden Leeuw, which means the Golden Lion. Now, what I will say is for any of you that are looking to spend your golden straight away. These are not ships. You are not going to get the early access ships buying these. These are camos only. So camo, 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 and then you get a ship. Now you can't go and buy the ship outright. You need to work your way all the way up, and that means that you have got to accumulate 23,500 guldens. This is where it gets expensive. If you've bought Admiralty backing, you will get a total of 4,500 guldens throughout the course of the campaign as campaign rewards. If you complete the calendar that we looked at earlier, you will get a total of 3,000 guldens. So campaign plus the calendar will give you a total of 7,500 guldens. To get all the way up here to buy the legendary cruiser, you're going to need 23,500, which means you've got to find an additional 16,000 guldens for this ship. And the only place you're going to get that is in here. Now you can look and see what all the sets contain. And what you will notice in the top 7 of these, you get a reward of 750 each. There is only one of them, well, only obviously one chance at each ship. But the others, you go to chances of 3, 4, 7, 9, all the way through. I think I lost count of how many potential things there were there. I want to say it's 84. I'm just referring back to my notes, but I can't see where I wrote it down. In fact, it will tell me there. No, There's 80. It says at the top you've obtained one set of 80. So there are 80 sets there, of which 7 give you 750 guldens. The rest have 250. So, quick bit of maths here. If you want to earn 16,000 guldens to go with the ones from your calendar and your campaign rewards to buy the legendary ship, the luckiest you're going to get is if you drop all 7 ships. That's going to give you 5,250, but you're going to need to roll another 43 times to get the other 10,750 you'll need, and that is going to cost you 37,500 doubloons. Now, if you get unlucky and you go buying these and you don't get a single ship and all you're getting are the 250 guldens, you're going to need to buy 64 of those, which is going to cost you 48,000 doubloons. Now, if you go back to the store and we have a look at what doubloons are going to cost you, 48,000 doubloons, you're already on £110 there. So the other package you're going to have to buy is this little one here, £3.69. So you're looking at around 114, £115 there if you get unlucky. If you do get lucky, then what are you going to have to buy? You're probably going to have to buy the 30,000 there for £74. You need another 7,500. That's going to be this one for another £15. So that's £89. You still need another 2,000. You may as well buy that one. So what do we say? 75, 74, 89, 96, let's say nearly £97. So between 97 and £115 for one legendary tier ship. Now, you may be sat there with a big fat wad of County Lines cash stacked on your coffee table, along with a line of some illicit substance on a mirror on the other side of it, and all kinds of dodgy dealings going on in your house. And you might be quite happy to spend 115 quid on chasing a ship. But I think for the majority of players out there, this is going to be out of their reach. And I hate to say it, but this marketing tactic, in fact, I don't hate to say it. I really hope that Wargame are listening, because what I want to say is this kind of marketing tactic and this kind of expense we know it's a free to play game. We know that not all content is available for everybody or targeted at everybody, but more than £100 for basically a pixel board is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I would dare say that even if this was 1/3 of the price, I would still be cautious about buying it. So there you go, guys. You've had a breakdown of early access ships. You've had a breakdown of basically what is the one-armed bandit. And I've informed you of exactly how much moolah you're going to have to chuck out of your hard-earned cash to try and get a hold of that ship. I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to have myself a shower. I'm going to clean my kitchen, and then perhaps I'll brave the high seas of World of Warships Legends afterwards. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you've been lucky enough to get any of the early access ships from your free crates. If you have started throwing money at it already, are you going to go for the Golden Lion? Let me know down the bottom. I want to know how many people are really going to go for this. So that's my 2 pence worth. It's probably about all I can afford to spend this month. But until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.